What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Daily Tams tournament. Now today, we start a new style of tournament, where, instead of 16, it's going to be 8, which will, for right now, allow me to go more in-depth into what's happening, and just kind of save a lot of time. So, for our first seeds 8 to 5 here, we have Deltarune's Rousey. He's just got a gun. He has 900 HP, 10 times more than he should have. 10 times more than he normally has in Deltarune. He used to be able to heal, but now he can't, because he obviously couldn't do anything for a 1v1 battle. Over here is Moira. She is small, kinda hard to hit, not very tanky, but she has a pretty decent melee weapon. Next up is Bianca, who, for whatever reason, was created with 4 eyes. Anyway, she's got her sword, she's got her fireball throw. She's basically a discount Steven. Next over here is the Farmer Ultimate. He's got the Scythe for the best farmer melee weapon, the Crow for the best farmer range weapon. He's got Hay, which is really good against piercing projectiles. He's actually one of the strongest units I've made. And on the more expensive side of the things, here we have Iris. She is a glass cannon with the Deathbringer Warglaives and the Graveyard Rush. This is Raleigh from EverTale. Got the staff. I'm pretty sure it still has the Wizard projectile because I couldn't figure out what the Chronomancer projectile was, but she's got the Chronomancer dial back there to freeze time on the unit. Next up is Anya from EverTale, with just a lot of shielding, but these shields do turn into axes when up close. And lastly is Susie Phase 2. She's tanky, she's got the Reaper Scythe, because she's a demon, and the Necromancer Lantern throw, so she's going to try and convert units to her side. So with that being said, our first battle brings us to Susie versus Rousey. Oh yeah, and she teleports behind you. Tells you it's nothing personal. There's the whole conversion thing. Hold up. Yeah, I'll kind of explain how everything is going. So, these skull she throws do a tiny bit of past piercing damage, but what they really do is, as you can see, their health drain and the skulls fly around. As soon as it reaches the bottom, they will transform into a skeletal version. Oh, and she makes them bow to her, because she's kind of a queen. Like those two Rouseys, they just got to their 0 health, so they got converted. Seems like it'll take a while, so I'll be back. I severely apologize for blowing your eardrums out at the beginning of the video. That was not my intention. As we get to the end, you can see just a trail of actual skeletal bodies, the bones, if you will, littering the battlefield, because that's just what happens. Then there's only 4 Rouseys left. Now, this wasn't technically a fair fight. Rousey had a 100 cost advantage, but I wanted to make it fair. This would be 5 versus 89. I think my PC wouldn't like that. The recording wouldn't like that. We'd be getting a kind of nice 2, maybe 3 frames per second. With that being said, Susie moves on, and we will see you in the next match. Our next match for Battle 1 brings us to Iris versus Farmer Ultimate with about a 3 versus 4. And actually, nope, I'm not going to do a bigger match. We're moving on. See you next match. Next match brings us to Anya versus Moira. Now, what's important to note about the shield is it is the best shield against projectiles. It can stop literally any projectile in the game. It's good against quality, not quantity, but they're melee. And you know, this divine bubble can't stop melee weapons, so be interesting to see how the match goes. So Moira is kind of swarming around them, and this is an even cost match of 11,700 for both sides. Now, looking around, I can see a few Moiras at about half health, but there's also an Anya at half health. So it'll probably be very close. Sorry if there's any lag spikes, like the one that possibly just happened. Nothing really I can do about that. I can't see them coming or really pause when it happens. So I am seeing one that's almost dead, Moira. And all the Moiras are actually kind of at half health now. Wish there was a speed up in tabs, that would be nice. But one Moira down so far. This Anya might go down here, which would be very bad. There's a second Moira down over there. Yeah, really, all Moira has is a scythe and she floats. Taking out one Anya. Now there's a huge group that's just moving around. It goes another Moira. There's a lot of them that could die over here. There goes two more Moiras down here. Yeah, it's definitely going to be close. And I've committed too much to actually showing the match, so I just have to keep going until the end. Oh, there's only one Anya left, but there are 5 Moiras left, all at very low health. Everyone's actually at really low health. And Moira takes battle number 1. So let's move on to the second battle, and instead, we'll just show you the end. Making a small check-in, it does seem like this is still going to be very close. All the Moiras at about half health, and there's only one Anya that's at any good. That's above half health here. So yeah, we'll see you at the end. Well, as we come up to the end, there are 4 Moiras left, and still this Anya has a real nice amount of health left. So I think we'll have to move on to a battle number 3. So we'll see you at the end of battle number 3. So we're near about halfway through the match, I'm going to say, as 2 Anyas have gone to half health, and a lot of Moiras have lost a fair amount of health. So we'll see what happens at the end. See you there. Now here's something. An Anya was the first to die this time instead of a Moira, so that's really telling. And I think I can pretty much show until the end now, since it's really gonna be close now, since all of these Moiras are at really low health here. There's only one Anya left as well. And Moira takes it. We'll see you in the next match. This match brings us to Raleigh versus Bianca. So they're gonna start off with the whole thing. Oh, I gave them the Solar Architect projectile. Makes a bit more sense than the Wizard one. So yeah, this time dial is going to do actual work, especially since the Fireball Throw AI is absolutely terrible. Oh yeah, and if the voices even come through, don't mind them. I didn't bother playing around with the voices of my units. So I just left them all with the default for the most part. I think I gave one unit in the Gatherer the Mammoth voice, but that's literally the only voice I've ever changed. But as Raleigh takes this match, it will see you down in Losers Bracket. See you next match. So the first Losers match, aka our top 8 matches, bring us to Raleigh versus Iris. Now, he does have a single projectile dodge, so only one of them did die, and now they get in a bit. Oh, they have Vlad Impale too, to try, because she's like got control over nature and things. Like, she'll grow a tree inside of you. That's what that's simulating. But it's not enough. We'll see next match. Next match brings us to Anya versus Bianca. Now this could go a lot better since they are a ranged unit. There's the whole bubble thing. Also, if they start getting through, then fire does a lot of damage. It's really the king of DPS that I can use. Of course, there's, you know, like a ballista minigun or like a super peasant punch, but I don't use those because it's just really unfair, you know. Maybe close. 2 Bianca's down. Both Anya's are at under half health. 3 down, almost 4. I think this one's dead here, and you know that's not good. Well, bubble down. We're done here. So both Iris and Anya have been knocked out of the tournament. We'll see you in the next match. Now, this is our big match. It's Susie versus Farmer Ultimate. Now, I said that this hay was really good against piercing projectiles. And it actually does seem to defend against this Necromancer Lantern. For whatever reason. It's gonna take a long time to kill her either way. Or maybe not, because Bird's OP. How does hay stop the Necromancer Skull? Taps, man. It's weird. Anyway, former Ultimate takes the match and moves into the finals. We'll see you next match. Now, as we go on to Moira versus Raleigh, I feel like I have to answer the question of why hasn't there been a daily tournament for 5 days? Just because I wasn't really feeling up to it. In fact, I'm still not really feeling up to it. I just kind of felt like I had to get one out for today. Now, as you know, schedule gets more full, school starts back up, we'll be doing these 8-man tournaments instead of 16, and every once in a while doing a special, like the upcoming 100th tournament special. Despite the fact that it is way past the 100th tournament, it was made as the 100th tournament. With this being said, Raleigh easily takes this match, and we'll see you in the next one. Dipping down to losers, we get to Bianca versus Susie. Oh, and she has fear because, you know, demon. Makes perfect sense. I swear, the Fireball Throw AI just does better against big units. Well, there's one conversion. That helped so much. That did so much damage. And since it's up close, it manages to hit every single time. There goes another. And another. And now it's only one. It's only a matter of time before this final Bianca is converted. Yep. We'll see you next match. Next match brings us to Moira versus Rousey. Now, how much damage? It's not a lot of damage that they managed to get off in their first volley. Oh, but that is a lot of damage from just 4 scythe hits. Moira is in, but will they kill before they get shot? Far. 2 Rouseys have been killed. It's about to be 4. There goes 4. Now it's a 5v5 actually. Rousey, you can't be missing right now, dude. I know you're kind. I know you don't want to kill people, but like, you're gonna frickin' die. There's only 3 Rouseys left, so. Yep. Yeah, this is over. Well, looks like we're having goat stew tonight. Actually, no we aren't, because they turned into dust, right? Something like that. Except, when they die in Deltarune, they don't turn into dust. Are they humans? Anyway, that's a question for another day. We'll see you next match. Our next match brings us to Susie versus Moira. Now, it's really bad that Moira is a melee unit, because it means she's gonna get right up and close for this just super scythe hit. If Susie's arm isn't broken, that is. So there goes one. There's 2, there's 3. It's not looking real good. Anyway, we'll see you towards the end. So now actually the Moiras are outnumbered by the amount of converted Moiras. So we'll see next match in Winners Finals. And for Winners Finals we have Farmer Ultimate versus Ralodia. Something like that. Anyway. Oh, they do manage to hit some of the Farmer Ultimates. Now, I'm kind of obligated to show the entirety of this match because it is Winners Finals. It is an important match. Both of these characters have fought quite the number of opponents to get to where they are, so it's only fair to them. That being said, I don't know if this policy will always continue. Well, 1 Farmer Ultimate is down. That's 1 Ralodia is down, but 2 now. It's not good. You know, the more they do kill these Farmer Ultimates, the better their chances become. There goes 3, but they're also 3 Ralodia is down. And Farmer Ultimate moves into Grand Finals. We'll see you in the next match. And for Losers Finals, Losers Finals brings us to Ralodia versus Susie Phase 2. Now this is going to come entirely down to how fast they can convert these Ralodias. Because they're doing work on 1 right there, already at half health. These 2 over here, not so much. I don't know, it doesn't look like Ralodia is going to be able to kill Susie, so that's unfortunate. And there's 1 down here, real low health. Now, it'll be interesting to see, because I don't think I've ever had this scenario pop up, since Ralodia's weapon has a modified projectile, when they convert, if it's still going to be modified, or if it's just going to be the wizard staff projectile. We're coming up on 1 conversion. So, it's the wizard one, and they don't have the Chronomancer dial effect either, so we're about to get 2 more transformations out of over here. We're also about to have a dead Susie, so yep, there goes another one. We're gonna get 1 more soon. immediately dead. Immediately gone. So technically, this is the last match that matters because, I mean, we've already seen the outcome of Farmer Ultimate versus both of these units. They finally took one Susie down and only took, like, what, 5, 6 of their total? So, with this final Relodia going to die soon, our grand finals match is going to be Susie versus Farmer Ultimate. Technically, we're done here. But I have an interesting prospect for the last match. We'll see it there. So technically, Farmer Ultimate has won. There's nothing I can do to change that. But we are going to see if, instead, I can change it. I'm here. I am entering the field. Get away from me, frickin' birds. Can you, like, please move? Just having a real hard time moving. Not playing this really smart. No, stop. No. I can't make a difference. Anyway, with that being said, congratulations to Farmer Ultimate for taking today's tournament. No congratulations to the second or third place because we only have 8 people here. But I thank you all for watching, and as I slowly die, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.